Did you know that a necropolis is a cemetery, especially a large one, belonging to an ancient city, the Old World? Are you ready to have your mind blown? Are you ready to expose where the Old World civilization, an extremely advanced worldwide population, where they went? There are thousands of necropolises around the world, ranging from small burial sites to vast ancient cities of the dead. The Ming Tombs, located near Beijing, China, are the burial site for 13 emperors of the Ming dynasty. In total, it's estimated that several hundred individuals were buried across these tombs, where the exact number of bodies is difficult to confirm. Due to limited excavations, most tombs remain unexcavated, all to hide where the previous civilization really went. Oh, wait, no. I mean, all for preservation, of course. The precise count of individuals under this entire site is unknown. Can you believe what we just found? I really think that we have just unlocked something massive. And once you know, you will know forever. There is no turning back. So, let's go further. When archaeologists unearthed the tomb of the emperor, they discovered not only intricate treasures. These treasures are old world technology. They found things at this site from the old world, 100%. And when we all understand how to read these sentences now, like we do here, these stories make so much more sense. The treasures that we are all told that they found include golden crowns and jewelry, silk robes, plates, cups, jade items. And then they found handwritten scrolls and ancient books containing Taoist texts, guiding and protecting the emperor's spirit in the afterlife, where we are all told today that the afterlife is a myth, where I'm not sure that these myths are so mythical after all. They also found weapons. Now, we also know that they have found so much more at this site that we're not being told about. We know this based on what we have seen and proven throughout the first 104 episodes. The Dingling Tomb is a part of the Ming Tombs complex. The texts and scrolls found in the Dingling Tombs were originally taken to the National Museum of China in Beijing, taken for preservation and study. However, many were extremely fragile, and some just deteriorated right in front of their eyes, right into thin air. They were just gone. Unfortunately, we are all told only a limited number of texts found were successfully preserved. Can you believe this? Or better yet, do you believe this? Do you believe that most of the texts that they found are just gone? I am not accepting that narrative anymore. I think that's a bunch of nonsense, if I'm being honest. It sounds like something you would say if you don't want anyone else to know what you found. Finding intricate treasures, like we've been shown. But going on further, where it states that according to local accounts, nearly everybody involved with the excavation then suffered from unusual misfortunes and illnesses, and some even died. The archaeologists involved in the site, after they were done, they died under mysterious circumstances. Right after, let's be honest, what did they find? Did someone not want them to tell the world what was truly found? I have no idea, and I'm simply reading what we are told. These are questions that you can all answer for yourself, but it seems very odd that the texts found are all gone, and the people that excavated the site are no longer here to tell tales of what they really saw. To add to all of this, we see that after the initial excavation, they resealed it up, and all future excavations of the Ming tombs were halted. The Chinese government has since prohibited further exploration, both to protect the tombs. No. It then goes on to try to scare us away from the site, saying they don't want to anger the spirits but we all know that they're hiding what's in there. I believe it is the old world civilization. I believe there are many buried in this location. Tunnel networks, catacombs, in other words. Underground structures. These are sealed up to us today, but we know it's not sealed up to them. They are not preserving anything. These are the same people that wouldn't hesitate to bomb a city. They don't care about preserving cities. And this is all in my opinion, of course, but you get the point. Protected by our friends yet again, as of 2003, where everything was just fine for thousands of years until this group shows up, and I couldn't be more thankful that they love our sites. With no excavations since 1989, and only 3 tombs open to the public. So if someone were to say, no, they aren't hiding anything from us. I've been there. This is open to the public. Well, no, it's not. The Ming Tombs were just found in 1956. Again in our timeline. Everything that we have shown to this point has all just been found again. Within the last 200 years, finding the old world's work. Finding that the old world, they were not just riding around on donkeys. They were not living in huts, and they were not going to the bathroom in their front lawn, like we're all being told. Living by candlelight and suffering in the summers because it's too hot and suffering in the winters because it's too cold. This is nonsense. That narrative is in the 1800s because that's when the reset took place and began our civilization today. This previous civilization that we're talking about was very powerful. A worldwide group, constructing elaborate burial complexes. Each tomb is a self-contained underground palace. Underground palaces that we are not allowed to go and see today. Finding texts at the site that are no longer here and have just dissolved into thin air. We all know that this site is so much more than what we're being told and is 100% a site from the old world. Check these pictures out. You have dirt with massive statues just in the middle of nowhere, or what we think of as the middle of nowhere now. These photos were taken between the 1920s and the 1940s, meaning that they were taking these photos before excavating the site and finding what was underneath all of this dirt in 1956. This has got to be one of the weirdest places that I have ever seen. Massive statues from the old world. Could this be any more obvious that the previous civilization held technology that we are not being told about? Constructing palaces underground, constructing massive statues. And this is not in the middle of nowhere. This is a pathway leading to the palaces that are all underground, and it's all incredibly laid out and perfectly designed, with a massive event taking place that covered the entire earth with mud and melted so many structures. We've seen this so many times. These pictures are incredible, and I've got to show them to you for a minute. Based on what we know and have seen, I believe that things were much bigger. The size of this camel that is depicted right here is most likely the actual size. I believe that so many of these stone depictions that are all over the world, and we've seen them on cathedrals and basilicas. We've seen them everywhere. They're in every single country. These statues depicted in stone were actually showing all of us what the old world was seeing at the time. And we know that there were things here where we all live today that we have never seen before. And I don't believe it was from thousands of years ago. I believe all of this was from only a few hundred years ago, like we have shown and stated, with a massive reset taking place very recently, within the last few hundred years, where we now see sites, locations that are not logical within the narrative that we've all been given. And we are just getting started today. Welcome to episode 105 of My Lunch Break. I hope you're all having a great day, and if you're new, welcome. Have you ever wondered what happened to the legendary Chuck Norris? I recently saw a video he just made. I was shocked. He's in his 80s and still kicking butt and working out and staying active. What's even more shocking is he's stronger, can work out longer, and then has plenty of energy left for his grandkids. He did this by just making one change. He says he still feels like he's in his 50s. His wife even started doing this one thing too, and she's never felt better. She says that she feels 10 years younger. Her body looks leaner, and she has energy all day. Chuck made a special video that explains everything. Make sure you watch it by going to chuckdefense.com/lunch, or just by clicking the link below this video. It's gonna change the way you think about your health, I promise. Once again, that's chuckdefense.com/lunch. Click on the link in the description below to watch the video now. You will not believe how simple this is. Just a reminder, the legendary Chuck Norris is a whopping 84 years old and yet has more energy than me. He discovered he could create dramatic changes to his health simply by focusing on 3 things that sabotage our bodies as we age. Watch this method by clicking the link in the description box below. chuckdefense.com/lunch. If you're suffering from daily aches and pains, please listen closely. Top medical experts have unveiled a natural pain reliever that is changing the way Americans fight pain. 100% drug-free. Canalidine is the only solution in the world that optimizes your body's natural painkillers, called endorphins, providing full body relief without dangerous pills or known side effects. Over 1 million Americans and hundreds of professional athletes, including UFC fighters, have already embraced Canalidine's pain relief power. Best of all, Canalidine is legal worldwide, certified drug-free, and does not cause side effects, grogginess, or addiction. After 14 years of clinical research, it has been proven safe and effective, backed by thousands of successful use cases from other Americans just like you. Best of all, today, you can try Canalidine for less than $1 per day. This is your opportunity to finally live pain-free. Click the link below to try the only Canalidine product in the world risk-free for a full 90 days. This private link and special discount expires at midnight tonight. Go to www.tricano.com/MLB. Experience daily pain relief with Canalidine. You have nothing to lose but your pain. All right, let's be real. There's a food you're probably eating right now that's killing your testosterone, draining your energy, and wrecking your focus. And the crazy part? This food is advertised as healthy. Tons of guys are eating it every day because they think it's gonna help them burn fat and build muscle. But here's the shocking truth. It's doing the exact opposite. Even if you only eat this food once in a while, it's enough to devastate your testosterone, leaving you feeling weaker, more unmotivated, and struggling in the gym, at work. And trust me, it's not just your age or genetics holding you back. It's this one unexpected food. Here's the thing. This food is so common that most guys don't even realize how much damage it's causing. But there's a simple way to avoid it, and our friends over at V-Shred have created a powerful video that reveals exactly what this healthy food is and how cutting it out can transform your whole body, helping you build muscle, lose fat, and boost your energy. So if you want to know what this testosterone killing food is and how to avoid it, head over to sculptnation.com/MLB. Again, that's sculptnation.com/MLB to watch the video, or click on the link below in the description. This could be the game changer you've been looking for. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. And I want to thank all of our sponsors over on Patreon. Thank you to FlatEarthDave.com. You can check out his app, the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac app. I'll put the link right in the description. And you can use my referral code, MLB. If you click the Tartaria button, you'll see the My Lunch Break playlist right here. The app is awesome. Thank you to Rebecca K, The Lady Lacey Show, David and Sherry Ferguson, Edwin Johnson, Chuck Templeton, Joy Lee, Stephanie Nolan, The Burlesons, Edwin Rice, Helmut, Charles Kruger, Don Gaston, Dan Woodall, Dale, DJ Clicktrack, Edward and Brianna, Jacob Law, Jim Ribley and Christine Duggan, Kyle Glascock, BKTFnews.org, Ben Dries NL, Natalie Shippenoff, Amberson EMC, HK Sue, Melissa Edgar, Biggles, Clayton Lamar, Noble Task Homestead, John Adams, Robert Zozolins, Rick Tapkey, Blake, Billy Prater, The Phoenix Art, The Arnolds, Attila Power, VKH Bonner, Bell's Clarions for God, Forbidden Gecko Love, Justin Grobner Grubb, Leah Strong, Peter Batani, Dakota Dunn, Eric Martinez, Ivan Apoctoli, Jim Bro, EdgarT-shirts.com, Meta, Jason Hochberg, Marie C, ValleyMedicinals.com, Kyle Logan, Alina and Chris the IT Guy, Michael Dingyu, Patriot Armory, Tom O'Hara, Michael D. Connor, William Royal, C3SCOB, Ancient Tallow, Jeffrey Temple, SonyaDane.com, James Alt, Bucksui, Jason Prest, Suki Warrior, We the People, Migs, Miss Rex's Murphy, Mark Chapman, Muji and DeClan, Ariana Oates, Jenica Joyce, Nathan Burba, Ski, Codrenth, The Sovereign, Beacon of Truth, Liberty's Arborist, Thomas Thorpe Peterson, Zinger Coffee and Tea, Natasha C, K Moore, DevlinMcGregor.com, Miss Fox, Diamond Jewel, David Rauschenbach, Emily Maryland, Felipe, Curious Cat, Mike D, etc., Dan McGee, Lori Hedvig Johnson, Terry, Paraplegic Coffee, Ellie Annie, Ivan Apoctoli, Seth Craigo, D Woods, Glenn Gunderson, Mousie's Mouse Cheese Records, James Vincent, Robert's Brain is Gone, Extreme Reality Check, Anna and Marley Valdez, Wayne T, Late for Dinner, Wanakar Camo, Paolo Goncalves, G Power, Jesse De Leon, Andrea J. Kerrigan, Janet Elizabeth, Dr. Mom, and Patriot, Ducks, MDFTFV, Rod Wah, Kim Lusada, William Richard Jeffries V, Checkmate, Robert Petro, Dylan Mugenberg, Leonard Insalaco, Martha Wooten, Suez KC, Lisa Boutwell, Dax Bilchek and Son, Doc Halo, Henry's Mom, Vince Moreno, Shiba Shaba in the Darkness. You guys are all awesome and helping this channel out a lot. All of this is done without a power tool. Let's be honest, that idea is dead. So right here, to show how these underground tunnels extend underneath all of our cities, during the construction of the Beijing section of China's south to north water diversion project, a project that began in 2002, showing how much we have yet to find underneath our feet and still being found today. By our timeline, several important relic sites were unearthed underground from the old world, where they found artifacts and a burial site that shed light on ancient Chinese civilizations. Ancient Chinese civilizations. This is the previous civilization. The excavation uncovered ancient burial sites as well as relics, including human remains. Check this out. Here's the site, and this is what has been found. So when we all began this research, so many people would ask, where did this hypothetical previous civilization go? If there was a previous civilization, show me some proof. Show me the skulls. Where are they? Well, if you've seen episode 72, episode 78, episode 92, and so many others, you will now know that they are all right under your feet. They're buried by a layer of mud in so many continents. What is under our feet and what has happened here is so much more than we have ever been told. What we see today are structures on the ground. These structures could easily be removed from this place that we all live. They are not permanent at all, especially using the materials that we use today. I hate being the one to say this, but the incredible vinyl siding that's on all of our houses today, that's not gonna last 400 years. The stone, the marble, the granite, this material was used by the old world because it's not gonna go anywhere as long as it's left alone. The old world understood that the individuals that live here in the future, us, we would see their work, their construction, because it proves just how intelligent and advanced they really were overall. Not just in construction, it would also depict what they saw at the time. So they find these bones, and then they tell us that they uncovered 12 cultural heritage sites and ancient tombs, as well as the pottery. The incredible pottery, which we all unlocked this clue a few months ago. Seeing that they give us the pottery over and over so that we all get excited. And we all think that all they did back then was make some pottery. So boring. No lights, no tools, candles, and chasing the duck around to get its feather, all so we can write something down. And once that's done, they just sit around making pottery bowls all day. And after reading that and being done with the pottery, we all go on reading about the year -206 on the dot. And we all used to think, wow, these archaeologists are amazing. They know how to pin down the year -206. They did this by testing the local bush in Beijing. This is not happening. And why is China hiding so much information? If they were just transparent, had a camera in there the whole time, allowing us to visit these sites and see what's going on, I'd have a little more trust in adult story time. But time and time again, we see that the specific details of this location, about the exact number of bodies, were not fully disclosed. How many bodies did they find? How many do you think they found? I would guess thousands, maybe more. The exact number is not fully disclosed. This is just shocking. How can we fully trust this historical narrative that we've all been given, force-fed, when it's blocked off from the public over and over? Their findings are never publicly documented. The investigation is never transparent. Yet, it's absurd to think that their story about the year -206 is the real myth. Now, to show that this is worldwide, and to show that we are just getting started with this, we will travel 4,700 miles away to the Saqqara Necropolis, Egypt. A necropolis that does not have an exact confirmed count of bodies under the ground. When we are told that thousands of burials have already been uncovered, they have found pyramids, they have found underground burial shafts that have multiple levels below our feet, all done by the donkey riding, no training necessary group of the past. No. This mainstream story is done, containing hundreds of coffins and mummies within each shaft alone. In 2020, excavations uncovered more than 100 sealed wooden coffins in a single shaft, showing that there is so much more, and the excavation is just getting started worldwide, all to uncover the previous civilization that is buried below our feet. Thousands of bodies found that we're told, and they aren't even close to being done. Where it goes on to say, given the size, it is estimated that tens of thousands of individuals are buried here at this site. The exact number of individuals here at this necropolis is challenging to determine because of the site's complexity and the fact that new discoveries are still being made today. Let's take this time to thank all of our badge members, all of our Patreons, and every single subscriber, and everybody who likes the episodes. Every time you do this, it pushes this information to brand new people that have never heard of the previous civilization or never knew that there were so many necropolises with thousands of people underneath them. Multi-layered tunnel systems like we have shown so many times, showing that this place that we live has had multiple timelines, multiple groups of people here that we are not being told about. Information that is deliberately not being shown to us to hide the truth about our past. We are on YouTube, Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok, Rockfin, and Spotify. This site in Egypt is 9 miles away from the Pyramid of Giza. So knowing what we know, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think that these bodies extend under all of this sand and possibly go underneath the Pyramid of Giza? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'll be honest, I think this is just mind-blowing information, and it is the answer to where the previous civilization is. The thousands of bodies at the necropolis in Egypt were discovered over multiple excavation periods, all starting in the 1800s. Yet again, even in Egypt. Our timeline, over and over and over. The first time that they found these bodies was in the late 1800s to early 1900s. And we know why this is. We have shown the population charts worldwide. Nobody was even here until the late 1800s. It was like a population of 14 people and their pet rock. Until, of course, episode 52 happens, and here we are today, where early excavations revealed numerous tombs. But it wasn't until 2018 that they began to open up to the public that there is more than just tombs. With most recent excavations led to remarkable discoveries, finding the 100 wooden coffins, preserved mummies, additional burial shafts discovered, hundreds of coffins, mummies, and burial artifacts, ultimately revealing a vast network of tombs from the old world, with thousands of bodies now identified, and many more yet to be uncovered. We also know that they've found technology, texts, within these multi-layered network of tunnels. It's incredible how far behind we as a population really are from the people that discovered all of this. If I'm being honest, what a clear disadvantage. A group clearly in control of finding and keeping the old world texts, their technology, and blocking it off from all of us. Until, of course, they are ready to reveal it, revealing some of it to us in the form of a cell phone, a car, a plane, a train, a computer, cameras, things that have been here before and are slowly being given back to us. All in my opinion, of course, but I do believe there is so much more. And in the early 1800s, it was this group that found all of these structures, this technology. And I do believe that this is why the archaeologists in China that went into that necropolis, this is why they weren't able to speak afterwards. I believe that they would have revealed that there was so much more found. The amount of technology that the old world had would blow our minds today. And as far as the necropolises go, we are just catching up. We are just now finding out what they really are and what is underneath the ground in these locations. But when we get done with them, with these stories that surround these necropolises in every single continent, every country, we are going to rip these pretend stories right in half. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be back next Saturday with so much more. See ya.